Nice, calm, cool, late November morning or mid-November, whatever you want to call it. We're at about 35-mile point. Waiting to pick up more empties. Waiting to pick up some more of our empties here for our northbound. We just got started northbound last night down around New Orleans area. And we're headed, I'll tell you what, the low river down here is showing. See sandbars showing over there in the fleet here at LaPlace. We're here at LaPlace waiting in the fleet. My hand's a little shaky, but yeah, they got sandbar. Sandbar showing in the fleet. Anyway, I had a little time this morning, a little signal. Actually, I was doing a little experimentation with my Wi-Fi signal and stuff. Seeing how I just doing a little seeing how it does on upload and stuff like that, live stream stuff. And had a little spare time and signal, so hope everybody enjoyed the upload so far. I guess you call it kind of a trip vlog. I've got quite a bit more to upload. Like I said, I'm uploading in sequence on the vlog series, and I'm trying to number them. Man, I suck on titles and stuff like that. What time did Gerald Majors arrived over here? Oh, gee, man, good morning. Anyway, yeah, I've got them in sequence, and it's really pretty neat. There's still quite a bit of excitement in the, man, I don't want to really tell it. I wasn't going to post any live streams or anything to kind of keep I guess a little bit of the story, if it was, it's a giveaway if you see that we're down here northbound, that we did make it. But hey, man, there was some spots. I will say this. Lake Providence, I've got the next video in the series or set of videos that I'm going to post, episode whatever, 8, or part 8, or however. I've got it. I've got it uploading or fixing to upload. I've got it edited pretty much, but it's pretty good. It's from Greenville on down, but that Lake Providence area, I caught that in the daytime and caught video of it coming down. So that's where the real bad spot was. That when the river was when we had the real low extreme, when it hit the extreme low mark, I think what is it? It got down to -10 something Memphis. Anyway, when it was making national news here about a month ago, that was where the spot was that was real bad there at Lake Providence, and it was bad when we came through. The dredge had just moved from one spot to the next, and I've got footage of that. I got footage that morning. I think I got footage of me talking to the dredge as I was coming through. He was setting up there at Holly Ridge, spot above Stack Island. Those are spots where the dredge was set up, where the river was shut down for a number of days there, where they were having to do dredging, and then they were just getting one or two boats through at a time. And in that area there's no hold up spots, so north and southbound boats, they kind of had to hold them up way upriver or way downriver, and then the northbounders take a long time to clear because there's some swift spots in there. Anyway, I caught that area coming south, so it's kind of I think some pretty good footage. You can see how tight and how the river acted there, how I had to deal with navigating down through there. It was weird. It was similar. The challenging spots that I had to deal with or contend with coming down southbound. What was weird was the turns were one. I guess there were two turns to the. Let me think it through. Yeah, 14 would have been, turn to the star, but yeah, 14, Um, Let I'm thinking. Oh yeah, 14 Wood Cottage and Lake Providence. They're at the mouth of the harbor. They were all real tight. Well, they were similar in that they were real. The channel got real narrow and tight right down along the shore, and they were all three flanks that I did, and they were completely different areas of the river, but they were similar. It was similar the way they handled. The water pooled up above, really slack or fairly slack, right above the tight spot, and then it was pinched in like a hose down, and it got real swift. But they all handled the same. It was unique in the way that they all handled very similar. I kind of a little double flanked all three of them, and it was just interesting to me, the handling characteristics of the boat in those areas and how it went. It was neat. It was what is that? I can't remember, energy or whatever, nuclear power plant right there. Um, so I always was that always used to scare me before I educated myself on nuclear power and the benefits of it. Um, you know. Anyway, that's it. I just felt felt a little chatty. I'm halfway through so I got a little chatty this morning. My YouTube channel is really performing well. I can tell, man. I've really tried to put out something a little bit better quality. As far as me coming south with extreme conditions, and like I said, man, I've got a lot more to post. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting to come down. I saw it in 2012 in video. We have video footage of all that. I rode with Eddie Wilson. I don't know folks that remember and knew back then. We had a TV producer that was on. They got a lot of footage, and my ex was on there. We got a lot of footage. It was a really neat trip. It was one of the last trips, if not the last trip, I rode with Captain Eddie Wilson before he passed away. And we were, it was folks. If folks remember, it was 2012. It was when we hit that extreme low water. We hit extreme low water, and then we had a Hurricane Isaac hit coming up. At the right at that time. I remember because we were dealing with northbound. It was mainly northbound was when we hit the extreme lows. And then me and Eddie, once we got up through everything and got up to Cairo North, we were coming back south, and we had reports of a hurricane coming. Possibly, the timing of it was when we were going to get back down to the Gulf. And I had a lot of folks wanting to do reality shows with me, and there was a lot of push for trying to get stuff. It was a reality show time, and it was also a time when there was interest in the river and what we do out here. And anyway, me and Eddie Wilson, being the outlaws that we were at the time, we were working for Steel City. I can tell all this because Dean sold out. He's retired now. Most of the folks are dead or retired. But anyway, I had a lot of folks with interest wanting to get on the boat, wanting to get on and I don't know, whatever they were wanting to do. And me and Eddie talked it over, and we figured that, if we got Dean, we kind of talked to the crew. We had a really good crew. And we said, yeah, if we get permission from the owner, we're going to get this TV lady on, and she's going to get some videotape and, possibly have some kind of story. I don't know I don't remember what the end game was on it, but so we called up Dean. I can't see if I can see myself here. Let me do this. There. And I couldn't. Hold on. Anyway, me and Eddie. Let's stand by. Well, my stand. Me and Eddie figured that we had a good enough crew on, and we thought we would ask Dean if we could get this TV lady on and get some video footage. It was a unique situation. We had extreme low water, and we were heading down towards a hurricane down here in the Gulf. Hurricane Isaac was coming up. We figured it'd be great to get some footage. So we got this TV lady. Hold on. So we asked permission from the owner if we could do it. And the owner took about a day and got back with me and Eddie. Number one, we kind of had him in a situation where he needed me and Eddie. We were both tripping. It was hard to get pilots at the time. It was extreme conditions, and me and Eddie kind of had, a little bit of upper hand. We definitely had already negotiated top pay, so we was making top pay. We got the whole deck crew topped out. But anyway, we asked Dean. Dean got back with us the next day, and he told us no. He said that he'd talked to his attorney, and he said that just sounded like a treadmill or his attorney said something about once you get on that treadmill, you may not be able to get off type deal. I remember that was, anyway, long and short, he said no. Owner of the company tells me, I'm the captain, and trip pilot Eddie, we're both trip guys, and tells us no, we can't get this lady on the boat. So, being me and Eddie at the time, it was Eddie's fault, man. Eddie Wilson's old retired ARTCO captain. He was one of the ARTCO 6 guys. Anyway, that turned in. He really did kind of convince me the more I think about it, but without permission from the company owner, we got Adair on. Adair Kaiser was her name, out of Nashville, Tennessee. And she had there was some country, Canadian country singer star at the time, I can't remember her name, that brought her out to get her on the boat. And she got on right there. It's in a New Madrid area. If folks that ride boats know, right there at Bessie, there's a boat ramp right there. And I think, not Bessie. Yeah, right there at Bessie. Yeah, that boat ramp. Anyway, coming from Tiptonville area, I think is where she was coming from. Anyway, she came that way. Man, no, that's off. I'm way off. Anyway, New Madrid area. Sorry, y'all. Sidetracked on thoughts, trying to remember all this. Anyway, Adair gets on, and we were still north. We were northbound when we got her on, and we had to turn another company boat. We hid her out on the boat, basically, just told everybody to keep her mouth shut. Stay on social media. Don't get busted. This will possibly turn into something we're all going to be rich and famous. We had a good crew. Actually, the chief engineer that was on there then is on here now, Dennis. So I can get some story confirmation on some of this stuff. Anyway, we didn't have permission. After we turned the boat, we're on the Gregory David, southbound. It was still low water. The water had come up a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. But we were headed south with extreme low water, headed towards a meetup in the Gulf with Hurricane Isaac. And we had Adair, she had a good, they weren't professional quality, but it was the high-end, home use type cameras. I had a real top of the line Sony that had, oh man, it was nice. But there were early age digital cameras, so that was when that was 2012. So it was, it was a $2,500 Sony camera I had. Anyway, my ex-wife, she got on at Memphis southbound. We had Adair on southbound, and we came down the river and met up with Hurricane Isaac. Actually, a little reminiscent today because I'm sitting here at La Place, and that's where Adair got off northbound. Oh, no. She got off southbound because we come down through. We were actually up around, I think, Vicksburg area when the hurricane. When we didn't make it down to the Gulf like when it was hitting, and it was slamming things down here. Hurricane Isaac, man, it was bad. And yeah, because we ended up Adair. They were picking up all the rent, everything. It was a cleanup going on down here, but President Obama was coming down to visit. He flew in and was coming actually to Laplace. He came to Laplace the day that we put Adair off right here at Laplace when she got off southbound. We continued on south down to the hole down there to Myrtle Grove. It was a mess. I mean, that was when they were just letting people back into their homes down there. I had video footage of one morning where there was just cars, caravans of cars going down there. People getting back into their homes the first time after, the floodwaters had rescinded. But man, it was, it was neat. It was neat. Lots of good memories, bittersweet memories. Some of it, a lot of it. The ex was involved with that, and some of y'all remember her. It was a good time. Eddie, that's what I remember the most. Adair caught some good. I have some footage on my channel of me talking about Eddie, and I think of Eddie, Eddie Wilson. I've salvaged some of the footage that I had of that. But out there somewhere, Adair passed away here a couple of years ago from breast cancer. I was in contact with her just a little bit before she passed, and she wasn't doing good. She had given up on the footage. When me and the ex split up, it kind of caused issues with the footage and stuff. And yeah. Anyway, it was a neat story, but yeah. Me and the outlaw Eddie Wilson. I don't know how I got started on that story, but that was basically it. I have some footage of that trip that I slowly trickle out, and I don't have the better footage Adair had, and I've tried to make some contact with. I think her son may have it, but we'll see. We'll see if I can't salvage some footage. I ain't seen what everybody's chatting about this morning. Dang. Hi to Dermot Mitchell in Ireland. Dang. DS, what's up in snowy Buffalo, New York? Cool. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, that was the 2012 low water and Hurricane Isaac time. Like I said, I have so much footage of stuff, older footage. A lot of it's really great. Some of it's some great stuff that I want to get out, and I'll eventually get that stuff uploaded. Those that have watched the channel know how erratic I am with my postings. So, um, you know, I get busy. This trip, though, I've really kind of made a conscious effort to try to document this stuff coming down because I knew it was going to be interesting with the extreme low water, and it has been. Like I said, I've got quite a bit more footage to post coming up. But I figured this morning, since I had a good signal, I'd get a little live stream action. Hey, thanks, Robert. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoy the vlog stuff. I've got a lot of the issues I have is uploading out here with the 4K video. It gets, it's harder to upload stuff. That's a big issue. And then the timing. A lot of it too, I didn't, there was a stretch here when I was obviously busier and, man, I get off watch and I just really, when I'm busy paying attention, I get what footage I can, but I really don't have time to edit really. And then when I get off watch, I'm so tired, I need to get, or not really so tired, but I don't want to get tired. I have a pretty regimented rest schedule where I keep track of, how I'm sleeping. That's my number one. Yeah, that's my biggest my biggest priority when I'm out here is my sleep. It's the most important thing because if your sleep schedule gets thrown off, man, it's bad things can happen. And I speak from experience on that. I was young and dumb and used to stay up and be on the phone and this, that, and the other. But you have to. If you don't manage your time well and get your sleep when you're on a boat, yeah, it can cause problems. It can cause problems. That's something that I would say one of the biggest lessons I learned as as I've gained experience with my job. It's really managing my sleep schedule. It's very important. It's very important. Folks at home sometimes get frustrated. Well, they because it's such a weird schedule. Yeah, it's hard for folks to understand how important our rest is out here sometimes. But and time management, just managing your time. If you got stuff to do, if you've got business to handle, phone calls to make, a lot of times you can't do it on watch if you're really paying attention and doing your job right. You don't want to be distracted by outside stuff, but also then you get your sleep, and then there's quality of signal and blah blah blah. So, like I said, time management's a really important thing. I get in such a regimented schedule on the boat now. I've told my wife, especially when we're running, down here we get stopped and we get little delays and stuff. Um, Things get thrown off a little bit, but I get in such a regimented schedule that I know when I got to pee and poop usually. I mean, it's that I'm being serious. When I'm running, especially on a long northbound run, I get in, just my time management. It gets really on point. Anyway, not a lot to show this morning. Sorry, y'all. Just a little bit to rattle about. The 12. Somebody wants to know about the 12-hour shifts. Um, there's a lot of the fleet boats and stuff work 12-hour shifts. Um, and I think I know some that it's just not. I don't know. The benefits of the six and six outweigh the 12 and 12. I guess. I I think I've actually even tried when I was younger days. Maybe probably me and somebody. I'm for some reason I'm thinking of somebody we tried a 12 and 12, but it just on the line boats working the 6 hour shifts just is really the best option. Um, you know. Yeah, most everybody on this boat. Now boats are different, but most of the boats that I work on over here, somebody's asking if deck crew works the same schedule. Yes, uh, I've got me and two on this boat. We've got right now. We've got a 4-man deck crew. Sometimes we'll run a 5-man deck crew, but usually we run 4 to 5, depending on the run. But we've got a 4-man deck crew on here now, so it's me and two deck hands, and then the pilot and me and a lead man or second mate and a deck hand, and then on the pilot's watch, it's the first mate and a deck hand, and then we've got one engineer on here that he generally runs the captain's schedule. Dennis, really the chief. I don't know his schedule. He gets stuff done. I know that. Dennis is on top of it. And then we've got a cook on here, Tammy. She's excellent. Excellent cook on here. She's a regular on here. But that's kind of how it goes. Uh, we've got a little clause wait. No, we ought to be getting on this pretty quick. Some of them, like to see some of them, my meals right here. There's my meals. My meals. That's where the meals have gone. Well, hold on. I usually get a bowl of bread. That was like eggs. That was a throw together: biscuits, gravy, eggs. I get a bowl full of grub. But she's got made to order breakfast down there in the morning. She'll cook your eggs however you want. Um, yeah, Tammy's outstanding. She ran a restaurant, I think in Hardy, Arkansas. But if I had signal, I was going to say I walk down there right now and show y'all, but I don't want to walk up on folks. I don't want to walk up on folks. Tammy's an excellent cook. Saturday today's steak day too. Steak, so we got made to order however you want your steak. Usually big, thick, good cut. But generally on Saturdays it's you get your steak either at lunch or supper, however you want it, whenever you want it, and she'll fix it. Baked potato, if you want a baked potato, she'll do that, or French fries, and then the meal, like if you don't, then she'll have hamburgers and all that stuff too. I think we can see the grill from here. Hold on, see if she's got. It's a little early yet for the grill to be going, but I'm gonna say the grill's down. No, you can't see it. We got the grill down there somewhere. She'll get it. She'll have it going a little bit later. But it's steaks on Saturday. Anyway. Excuse me. Stone straight, Laplace. Did you holler at me? I had my radio turned down. Yes, not.
Roger, rock solid in our license to bring the entity.
Right, Joe. All right. Y'all ready for me to flip off the hill? I'll be standing by. Y'all get headed this way, I'll flip off. Billy, you on here, ain't you?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. We got rig and everything out there ready, don't we?
That's just going to get playing on with.
Yeah, we got rig. Never mind. We got rig in the couplings. We'll be good. All right, standing by. All right, y'all. I got to pay attention. It's time for me to go work. Everybody, Everybody ready to go to work except for me. I'm over here jacking my jaw on YouTube, y'all. Anyway. Yeah, they're bringing. I think that's one. No, it's a load. They're bringing the empties from up in the fleet. Oh, maybe here. Rock solid. We got the rock solid. No, man, no. Somebody wants to know if I'm in Alton, Illinois. No, we're down here in New Orleans area. I'm down here in Laplace, and yeah, we got the rock solid and the rod C headed our way. Looks like so. We're gonna put them right here. Put two barges right here, right there, and right there. And that's them coming way up there. That's the rod C bringing one, and the rock solid bringing one. So, anyway. And that's Gerald Majors getting underway. South down there. Anyway, I'll flip off and Have them slap them on. Anyway. Alright, I'll get new videos uploaded. Hopefully, I'll have one uploaded for this evening. I'll get one uploaded this evening. Part 8, I guess, of the vlog series. I'll get it out.